Adipurush, touted to be this year's most expensive film at 500 crores, with one of the biggest stars of India, Prabhas, with its tickets being overbooked in all territory, has run into problems. Yes, it's done its business as it garnered 350 crores at the worldwide box office in the last 2 days ever since it released. But the film, mired as it is in one controversy after another, is garnering more eyeballs than the film itself. Most importantly, about what is being bitterly criticized as its pedestrian dialogues by Manoj Muntashir Shukla, the writer, who has now pushed its makers to do cosmetic surgery to lines that may have hurt film goers. Gautam, I want to come to you first, considering you are somebody who watches cinema very, very closely and may not have one view. But the point is that, this is based on, they said when the movie released that we are inspired by Ramayana. Do you think that, when I look at it and, I see it, I don't think it's even Ramayana, and it is not Ramayana because of, I have several reasons. But what do you think, Gautam Chintamani, just by naming the hero Raghav, which is another name for Lord Rama, do you think, and having Sita Ma and having, Hanumanji, everything, does it even qualify to be seen as Ramayana? We can say it's some version of Ramayana.
Well, the filmmakers were very clear that they were making a version of Ramayana, or at best interpreting it. I remember when the teaser came out and it generated a lot of talk about how the visual and the oral interpretation of Lord Ram, especially Hanumanji, was taking place. I think it's very clear that this is a retelling of Ramayana as far as the filmmaker goes, because they were very convenient in talking about it from that perspective. Later, now I also heard that you said that they were thinking of doing some kind of repair work as far as the dialogues
Yes.
go. Well, I think this reaction which we see today was something which was waiting to happen. If you go back and look at the teaser of the film or the first look of the film, I don't think anything has changed from that time up until now. At that time also they were saying that they were assuring a lot of people that just because you don't see certain things, or you see uh, Hanumanji in a very Planet of the Apes avatar, be rest assured this is very close to how Ramayana. And now it's going to enter into a different terrain. I mean, no matter which way you look at it, there was no doubt in anybody's mind that this was a retelling, or this was trying to capture Ramayana on the big screen. I don't have any doubts, at least as a viewer in my mind, that this was what I was promised and what I got to see. And in fact, when I saw the teaser also, I was not very, very kicked about the way this was being interpreted.
Kartik Chopra, I heard Manoj Muntashir, who's written some beautiful songs. Teri Mitti is what an inspiring song it is. So I'm really not trying to run him down. But I heard him and he said, and I was reading, and he said that, this is to attract हनुमान जी, बच्चे हनुमान जी को कैसे देखते हैं, आप रामानंद सागर की रामायण उठाकर देखिए, उसमें भी अगर आप देखेंगे जब हनुमान आते हैं तो वो किस तरह से जवाब देते हैं लंकेश को, वगैरह वगैरह. Do you think this is the kind of Hanumanji that I would like my kid to, kind of get acquainted with? Let me read this line. कपड़ा तेरे बाप का, तेल तेरे बाप का, आग भी तेरे बाप की, तो जलेगी भी तेरे बाप की. We say my बाप. I was arguing with this with some people in the newsroom. We say आप हमारे माई बाप हैं, ठीक है, माई बाप, लेकिन तेरे बाप की ज़मीन है क्या? That is derogatory. I think it is downright derogatory to talk like that, and I don't think any child who's brought up here, and I'm not talking about the community, will ever want to see someone who's Hanuman, of course not getting into the philosophical aspect of Hanuman, who's been reduced, I'm sorry, to being this, Planet of the Apes kind of a character, great knowledgeable man, Vayu Putra. Anyway, that's another conversation. But do you think any parent would like the child to be introduced to such a Hanuman?
I don't know whether Mr. Manoj would like his children to be introduced to Lord Hanuman like this, but I don't think any sensible thinking parent would like this. Secondly, I keep saying, even recently we had this controversy over Besharam Rang in the movie Pathan. Why is it that the filmmaking fraternity always seems to think that, sensationalism can trample over sensitivity? You have a country that is deeply steeped in religion, faith, and mythology, and is it just that our faith is the one that needs to be attacked on a regular basis? Why don't they try that with some of the Abrahamical religions and then see what sort of fatwas get issued against them across the world? Why is it that us Sanatanis are constantly at the receiving end
Mr.
of
Chopra,
such
let's not
creative
forget
freedom?
Salman Rushdie's satanic verses.
Creative freedom.
Let's not
I
forget
agree, man. I'm talking about the recent past. I'm talking about the fact that over the last 3 or 4 decades, we assume people have matured to a level to understand that, look, if you are going to keep doing this, you are going to have a backlash. So why
Okay,
create
I'm asking you
something?
because
I respect creative freedom.
yeah,
Creative
I
freedom.
know, and
But
you are from the
my
Nirmohi
creative
Akhada.
freedom,
Yeah,
yes,
you're
my
from the
creative
Nirmohi
freedom
Akhada.
should not impinge or should
I
not
believe in
trample
that
upon
also. I believe
another
in that.
person's
I'm
sensitivities.
I believe in that also. I do. So therefore I'm asking you, do you think it is even Ramayana? Because for me, it was some version of the Ramayana. That's what we are asking today.
You see,
Adipurush is perhaps not Ramayana.
as the earlier panelists clearly said that when this movie was initially introduced, they referred clearly that this was going to be based on the Ramayana. Now you can't say that this is the basis, and if the public suddenly does not like the offensive dialogues that are in the movie, you suddenly turn around and say, no, this is not the Ramayana. This is a version of, or this is something completely. This is convenience. If creative freedom is something that you believe in, then stand up and have the guts to say, yes, this is what I had announced
All
it as,
right.
and this is what I have made.
Right.
Have the guts. Don't back off, and then don't cry about creative freedom.
Right. Praveen Gandhi, you are from the Tamil film industry. I'm asking you, maybe the Hindi dialogues, I do not know. I'm sure I'm not going to presume you do not know Hindi. But the thing is, you have one film in Tamil Nadu recently, Ponniyin Selvan, which is also a period drama. We've seen that film. I'm not going to go into the cinematic merits of that film by Mr. Maniratnam. But there was there was a bit of a controversy initially, about this sort of. But what kind of dialogue? Look at this. कपड़ा तेरे बाप का, तेल तेरे बाप का, जलेगी भी तेरे बाप की. It's like in Tamil saying, "Unga appana kootinduva." That's the kind of a dialogue in a film. You can use a decent word. You can say, "tai" for the mother, but you can't say "unga atava kootinduva." Which ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking Tamil, which is my mother tongue. I'm just trying to tell Praveen Gandhi the difference between a word for mother, which is "tai," or amma, as I am called by my children, or ata, which is also used in rural Tamil Nadu. But when you want to really hurl, insults, then you can say that. Do you agree with the kind of dialogues which have been written for Anjaneya or Hanuman in this film, Praveen Gandhi?
Yeah. Madam, I don't know the Hindi, but I know Rama. I know Hanuman. I love Rama and Hanuman because they are India property, India God. So, totally, I want to appreciate that film got a good collection and different reviews are there. Different reviews are there, but it will come. Even Ponniyin Selvan, Maniratnam film also had same problem. But here, these days, people are very, very, very sensitive point for creative side. See, creative is the just for entertain as well as we are bring the natural. That is the these days demand for audience. But the critics, some people, they want to see everything is wrong way only. It's wrong way. But of course, if you are using bird words, that we must avoid those kind of dialects. This kind of mythological. Mythological means respect. Those days, people given the respect for each and everyone. But for time being, we are using the culture of colloquial words. It is wrong. I agree. But overall, what is the intention of the film? Intention of the film, they have to respect for Rama and Sita and Hanuman. That intention we have to respect for that, because these days children and youngsters, They don't know any value of Indian culture and Indian might.
Praveen, that's what we are saying. With these kind of dialogues, I don't think my child should be introduced to this kind of Hanuman.